All right, let's check. What are we going to do today? Infinitives, participles, gerund. If I ask, can we give them one name? Yes or no? What is coming in your mind? What we are going to discuss? Are the infinitives, participle, gerund, or these three under the heading of any other? All right. These are called basically overall, these are called verbals. What are verbals? A verbal is a form of verb used as an adjective, adverb, or a noun. So let's see what are we going to do today. For today, we are going to discuss infinitives and the remaining two, inshallah, in some other video. Infinitives. Infinitives are a special form of verb that can be used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. It means we are talking about 2 plus verb first form. Usually students or people have misconception that this is a verb. It is not a verb. 2 plus verb first form is infinitives. It looks like a verb, but it basically acts like an infinitive. That's why it is called verbal. Verbal mean anything which looks like verb but does not play the role of verb. They are usually made by adding the word to before the base verb, and they can be useful when discussing actions without actually doing the action, such as I want to go home. This to go is infinitive. To err is human. To err is infinitive. Then if I talk about I need to win infinitive. Let's check types of infinitive. There are two main types of infinitive. One is full infinitive and the second one is bare infinitive. Let's check what does mean by full and bare infinitives. Full infinitive. Full infinitives, also known as two infinitives, are the most common infinitives in writing. To be or not to be, to play, to write. These all are the examples of what full infinitive. And I think we all are familiar with it in our daily life, in conversation, in our reading. We come across this situation. 2 plus verbs, first form is called full. Bare infinitives. Bare infinitives, also known as zero infinitives, are formed without to. You simply use the base form of a verb within a sentence. We should play well. They will hire good players for the match. Here you can see after modal verb. So please keep it remember, after modal verb, verb first form is basically considered the example of bare infinitive. And modal verbs are should, will, can, could, may, might. Let me do it. Let is another case in which basically we use bare infinitive. Let by itself, it is what? It is the main verb, and me do. This do is basically the example of bare infinitive. Use of bare infinitives. Bare infinitives after modal verbs we use, as I have already told you, when using an infinitive after modal verbs, you do not need to include two common modal verbs, include can, may, might, could, should, would, will, and must. Peggy can do this all day. Peggy can. After can is what? Modal verb. And after, please keep it remember, modal verbs, what modal verb? We use the verb first form. That verb first form is considered bare infinitive. Verb first form without to never means you can say every simple present is the example of bare infinitive. No. Please keep it remember for bare infinitive, we have few set rules. The first one is after modal verbs. After modal verb, whatever the verb you will use or modal word, you will use any verb that is called bare infinitive. We might be late tonight. After might, we have used be. This be is the example of bare infinitive. You must not mention. This mention is again considered the form of what? Which form of infinitive? Bare. These all are used in the following situations, right? Use of bare infinitive. Next usage is after perception verbs. Perception verbs mean in simple, you can say the sense words. Senses are 5 senses: see, hear, taste, feel, etc. Use bare infinitive when their object takes an action. In this case, the order is main verb object bare infinitive. I heard the car arrive before I saw it. I heard the car arrive. Now this arrive is the example of what? Before I saw it. This is example of bare infinitive. They felt the ants crawl on their arm. Felt, crawl. She watched the woman in the red dress walk across the dance floor. Walk. Okay. Next usage with the verb let, make, and do. Third usage is when we talk about bare infinitive, just like certain verbs always use the full infinitive, a few verbs always use the bare infinitive. A few verbs when you will use, they will take bare infinitive. These include the common verb let, make, and do. Keep this thing in your mind that verbs let and make often use a direct object which comes between them and the bare infinitive. Let me work in peace. Let me work. This work is the example of what? Bare infinitive. He made him promise. He made him promise. Or for instance, I have made you write the application. Now I have made you write. This write is the example of bare infinitive. So here he made him promise. Promise is the example of bare infinitive. I don't drink coffee in the evening. Drink is the example of bare infinitive. Points to remember. An infinitive is a verb, is a verbal consisting of the word to plus a verb. It may be used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. An infinitive phrase consists of an infinitive plus modifier, object, complement, and or actor. Actor means doer. An infinitive phrase requires a comma only if it is used as an adverb at the beginning of a sentence. So these are a few pointers. Thank you from my side. It's time to sign off.